LeBron James sheds tears in what very well could be final game in Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. It was all too much for LeBron James Wednesday night. Being back inside a building filled with history and memories. Having his mother, Gloria, in a luxury suite so she could watch her son and grandson play. Seeing 2016 championship teammate, Richard Jefferson, not only at the broadcast table for ESPN, but pulling the sword from the Cavaliers logo ahead of tip-off, a new tradition for high-profile home games. The sentiments that rushed back as he approached the arena, looking at a team wearing a classic Cavs jersey, blue, wine and gold, from 2 decades ago that he helped popularize. A touching tribute video that spotlighted one of his greatest individual performances. Being home, perhaps for the final time in his legendary career. As the 60-second video concluded, and James sat alone on the scorer's table, looking up toward the rafters, he started tearing up. "I didn't expect that," James said afterward, during an emotional and reflective post-game press conference. "It got him," Ronnie James admitted. "Almost got me too. I wish I got a tribute. If I did, I would have been crying just like him." The Cavs extended their winning streak to a season-high 5 games, walloping James' Lakers 129-99 in an otherwise forgettable game, if not for the spectacle that brought 19,432 fans, some of which sported old LeBron jerseys, to the King's old palace. Forget the result. Forget that it was James' worst statistical game against Cleveland, scoring 11 points on 3 of 10 shooting while committing more turnovers, 6, than assists, 5. Forget that he didn't play the final 8-23 because the margin was so lopsided. Forget that his son, the controversial 55th overall pick in the 2024 draft, almost outscored him and might have had the more indelible play. A breakaway one-handed throwdown that brought the Cleveland crowd to its feet. None of that matters. Wednesday was about the moment. If this is LeBron's last season, if it was his last time ever playing in Cleveland, then what happened during the timeout stoppage at the 7:46 mark of the first quarter will be a lasting image in LeBron's fabled photo gallery, forever ingrained in this city's memory. It might be regardless. Following a highlight package dedicated to James' masterclass in Game 5 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals against the Detroit Pistons, a video that ended with the tagline "Welcome Home," James grabbed his gold and purple jersey, hid underneath it for a tick, and wiped the tears from his eyes. "A lot of memories here, a lot of history," James said. "It was a lot of reflecting for sure." James left Cleveland for Los Angeles in the summer of 2018. Each time he has returned, the Cavs have played a tribute for him that typically contains footage from the championship run. In past years, James has saluted the crowd, formed his hands into the shape of a heart to express his love for the fanbase, or patted his chest. Not Wednesday. This one hit harder. "I was just more present today than I've been over the previous 7, James said. 8 years ago, I knew I was going to be playing another game here. In 2019-20, I knew I was going to be playing another game here. I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know if it's my last game here or not at this moment." James, 41, and in the final year of a $52 million contract with the Lakers, hasn't said if this season, his 23rd in the NBA, will be his last. Even though Cleveland and Los Angeles could, theoretically, meet in the NBA Finals, Wednesday certainly didn't feel like a preview. It felt like the Lakers' only visit, leaving many to wonder whether it was LeBron's farewell. "I haven't had the conversation with myself and my family on when is it over," James admitted. "Just trying to take everything in, and not take the moments for granted because it could be. I haven't made a decision on the future, but very well could be." James seemed to arrive in a nostalgic mood Wednesday night. As he walked into the visitors' locker room, he pointed to the rotating billboard that greeted him and every other former Cavalier in the Lakers organization. Prior to tip-off, after his famous chalk toss, he strolled toward the far end of the court, opposite the Los Angeles bench, and stared out at the crowd, looking for his mom. Hours later, he brought his game-worn jersey to the podium with him. It was signed, with a note to Gloria. As he spoke about her post-game, emotions started pouring out. "Again, my mom was here watching her son and her grandson," James said, referring to his oldest child, Ronnie, who scored 8 points in 8 fourth-quarter minutes while receiving an ear-splitting ovation. I don't even know how to even, wrap that all in one in my brain. It's so weird, it's so cool, and so surreal. My mom gets to watch her son and grandson play in the NBA at the same time. Man, I actually just started to think how insane that is. Insane. Chaotic. Dramatic. That's what it's like when James returns. The No. 1 pick of the 2003 draft, born and raised in nearby Akron, James' connection with the area and hometown franchise is everlasting, even after leaving twice. 5 finals appearances. Countless records. 1 title. Cleveland will forever be his city. Rocket Arena will forever be his palace. 8 years ago, when I left to go to LA, if you would have asked me, would I still be playing in 2026, I would have said no, James explained. After going to 8 straight finals and all the energy and all the mental toll and the physical toll that it took on me, and obviously my teammates. 4 in Miami and 4 here. If you would have asked me if I was gonna be playing 8 years later, I would have said no. There's no way I could have foreseen that. At that time, he arrogantly said there was nothing left to accomplish. Then he brought the Lakers back to prominence. Then he became the NBA's all-time scoring leader. Then he got to play alongside Bronny. Then he made it to year 23, another slice of history. James said late Wednesday night that he has not thought about whether he wants a retirement tour. The kind of extravagant send-off made for the possible GOAT, greatest of all time. So, why keep doing this? I'm still playing this game at a high level, and I still love the process, James responded. The process of putting in the work, inspiring, giving what I've got to the game, because I'll have more years in my life without it than with it to be able to inspire. Obviously, the question gets asked more, and the thought creeps in my mind more at 41 years old of when the end is. And where's the finish line for us to hang this thing up? But the drive on how much juice I can squeeze out of this orange. I'm in a battle with Father Time, and I'm taking it personal. I'm going to see how many more times I can be victorious over him.